I'll give it to Matt, the writer, in a second. I'll give you quickly. You're right. This could be a 300-page script, 400-page script. There's so much to this man's life, a lot of which we've talked about or has been talked about. So there were some early decisions that had to be made as to how much to show. And I think there was a sort of a subconscious decision not to focus wholly on technology, because at the time the technology was actually pretty simple. And it was also not about getting mired in any kind of the soap opera of some of the stuff that was totally personal to him, that you would just have to be sort of embarking on a lot of speculation about. It was trying to just, you know, keep to this period of his life from his early 20s to his late 30s in essence, and sort of tell it and sort of put you there. But you're right, a lot was, and decisions were made to leave a lot out, which you could criticize, but then again, of course, that's the decision of making the movie. You know, it's like, you have to make those decisions, and hopefully it'll translate. But I don't know.
You know, when I first started writing it, well, first of all, I had a team of researchers who were just incredible. They made Steve their life. I mean, they didn't. I would ask them some random question like, "Hey, what date was it that there was like a Bob that was fired from Apple in like '83?" And they would know the exact date and the time of the day. And so it was great to have those resources. And we had a room in our office that it was just wall to wall, all four walls of just sheets of paper where we'd write dates and events and characters on them. And we actually ended up just writing on the walls because it was easier, because we had to turn them down, pick them up. But and even throughout that whole process, we were cutting things out, like, okay, we don't need this, we can't tell this. The first draft, before I even begun to, you know, mold it into something, you know, filmable, it was 256 pages. And Josh came on around that time, and he was like, oh, Jesus. And it was a very daunting task trying to figure out what to tell and what not to tell. But, and even, you know, as we got closer to production, we kept figuring out more and better things, better ways to tell the story, and Ashton and Josh had great ideas as well. And, you know, it really became, we wanted to tell, of course, the most accurate story possible in, you know, a 2-hour theater as you can. But it'd still be a human story. Because if you make it, you could tell a documentary, and it could be 2 hours, and it'd be great. We'd all watch it, we'd be riveted. But if you don't figure out the heart of the characters, figure out, you know, what Steve Jobs' driving motivation was, you know, who are these people around him that sort of have the technical know-how to create his vision. You know, if we don't understand those characters, we can never really appreciate what he did. We can never really appreciate who Steve was, because we can look, you know, now at everything he's created for us, everything he's left behind for us. But seeing that journey take place, and the hardships, and just the struggles, and the broken friendships, and the relationships, and all the hardships that they had to go through to get there, you know, it makes it all the more astonishing.
I think we have time for one more question. That's going to be you right there. Yeah, in the red shirt. Swagger.
Congratulations. I don't think I've ever seen a movie handle such clear contradictions in such a powerful way. I feel like I've been emotionally drawn forward. Yeah, it's really cool.